You are listening to Vessel of Light. I'm Sam Renfro, Reiki Master, Fascial Maneuvers Coach, and someone who believes the body is not separate from the spiritual path. It is the spiritual path. This show lives at the intersection of two worlds that have been kept apart for too long, the wisdom of the spirit and the intelligence of the body. Every episode, we ask not just how to open what's been closed, but why it closed in the first place. If this feels alive for you, the Fully Human Collective is a free community that I create where we go deeper on exactly this. You can find the link in the show notes. Now, take a deep breath and let's begin. Hello and welcome back to Vessel of Light. I am Sam Renfro. Thank you so much for being here. Today we are going to dive into some real reflections from my personal journey, and my intent is that it reaches you and touches you in a way that reflects your personal journey. And then of course we always relate that back into the body and how this is always a constant mirror for us, right? The body shows us the signs. Our life shows us even bigger signs. One is not separate from the other. They're both intertwined, they're both related, and they are both reflecting the truest version of you, whether that looks a little bit more encouraging or not. It's always showing us what we're here to learn. So with that, I'd like to just start with some things that I've been noticing. And I just want to say that it feels like things are going really, really fast right now. And if we don't have a clear cutout direction that we are going, things can get a little bit mucky. They can get a little bit skewed. They can get a little bit confusing. And I've been noticing this in my own personal life. It's like I've been pouring energy into this one thing and then having 5 other things come at me as a potential possibility, or these questions that come to you when you're like driving forward with this one thing but it's not quite working, or it's not quite yielding the results that you had hoped for yet. And then you have all these other voices, all these other people, influences, things that are trying to tell you or sell you this will work and this will work and this is the way that you need to do it, and actually this is the way that's most aligned. And then you just start questioning everything for yourself and not trusting your own mind in the direction that you actually want to go. And I think this comes back to having that clarity of mind of before anyone or anything else tries to tell you what it is that you should do, knowing what you want is of the utmost importance. And so why am I sharing this, right? I met this person who seemingly came out of thin air that was really truly reflecting the highest version of me. It was like I randomly just sat down and was talking with them, and I immediately noticed that there was truth coming out of his mouth. And it wasn't just little bits of truth. It was like a version of myself that I haven't met yet, like a future version of myself, which has been really weird because I've been actually using these visualizations, these intentions, calling my future self to me now, realizing that I'm someone who resonates more with the future than the past. All of this has kind of come in. And then I meet this person, and every word out of their mouth was like, what is going on here? It stops you in your tracks, and it hits you to the core, and you're like, okay, I'm listening, I'm paying attention, and also like, what do I even do with this, right? And so, it was a weird moment, but there was themes that were coming up, and it was like direct guidance from myself, like really getting clear on not only what it is that you want, but also what is holding you back. Like, what is the true thing that you are avoiding that's actually holding you back from getting to where you want to go? And as all of this was happening, the one thing that I was realizing is that this is me. This is what I can do. This is what I've seen myself doing for other people for a long time, whether it be small or big, right? And so I kind of had this moment where I realized, man, I've been really building this online community, pouring in this energy to it. And it's like, do I even want to do that? Do I want to create a community? What I really want is true connection. I want ultimate, intimate connection with people that I can see and they can see me, and we have this coherence, this flow, and this way that we can all help each other, right? Like, that's what I want. I want people to build it with. And I want to be able to allow everyone's gifts to come to light. I want you to be your fullest self. And I want you to recognize that you are your fullest self when you are doing the thing that you love. I'm my fullest self when I'm doing the thing that I love. And having that reflected back to me was a moment of clarity that came where I was like, this is what I can do for people. This is what I've seen for so long. And this idea of being a conduit has come multiple times throughout my journey, where it's like me understanding that when I am with somebody, there is something that happens. It doesn't happen all the time, but when I allow it to happen, when I truly am able to clear my own mind and my own belief systems around what's happening, I can let that light flow, and then I'm a conduit to be able to literally transmit whatever needs to come through, what needs to be heard. And this, again, this might sound a little bit esoteric, this might sound a little bit like woo-woo or out there, but it's just something that I've noticed to a certain degree, right? And so having this all out in front of me, it was like, I am the conduit. Like, this is what I'm here to do, and I'm here to reflect back to you what it is that is keeping you stuck, what it is that is keeping you blocked. And when we can work together, then we can translate that into the body and find out, okay, not only is there a belief system here, but there's also a sensation or an issue or a tension or something manifesting in the body that is sending us signals, sending you signals to help you understand where you're out of alignment or what needs to be worked through, so that we can push through to the other side of the life that you really want. And that's what it comes down to, is allowing you to live the life of your dreams, right? Like, that's what I want. I want to elevate everyone around me so much to the point that they get to be living their best life, being their fullest selves, and actually having things just come to them effortlessly. Like, I think that's what we all want, right? But knowing that that is a reality that's actually not that far away. It just takes some practice, some experience, some really intentional work to dive deep into your own psyche. And if you need some help with that, that's what I'm here to do, because essentially that's what I've been doing, right? And so when you understand that the struggles that you have, the things that you've been going through, are actually what is going to propel you into the person that you want to become, then that's when you are able to help others do the same thing. Like, this is the entire journey. This is why we're here, right? We're just here to help everybody with the thing that we've been doing. I truly, truly believe that. And then when we are, we should be compensated for it. We should be really actually rewarded in a way that allows us to feel met, right? Allows us to feel excited, allows us to feel creative, so that we can go do the thing that we want to do with our resources, and then to be able to help more and more people. It's kind of this whole reciprocal idea, and really starting to reframe what you think money is. It's this creative resource that allows us to do really, really amazing things. And so these are the things that I've been busting through lately, where I was in a session with a friend of mine the other day, and she was telling me, she was like, people love to spend money. They love it. They do it all the time. And just hearing those words, I was like, oh, wow, okay, that's one perspective that you could have. Because coming from a background where I haven't had much money, you think, well, not only do I not have that much money, but that must mean that not a lot of people around me have much money. Of course, there's plenty of people out there in the distance that have the money, but those people are like, they're not like everyday people, right? And so you start to create this worldview that everyone is in scarcity. They're holding on to their resources. They don't want to, it's not that they don't want to pay you, but they just can't, because it's a lot. And is it worth it? Everyone's kind of like holding and conserving the thing that they have because it's not endless and abundant. And reframing that whole idea that actually money is a really, really beautiful resource. It allows us to create exchange for your services to my services. We get to invest our energy into the things that we love, the things that help us, and then the things that get us to the next level of who we want to become. And when you can kind of understand it that way, that it's not limited and it's just an energy that's here to support us, then that creates a very, very different belief, a very different worldview. And it allows you to understand that you should be paid for the thing that makes you so stoked, so happy, so passionate. The thing that you're here to do, you should be very well compensated for that. So all of these conversations have been going around in my mind for the past few days. And it all comes back to that self-worth piece, right? It comes back to that personal power. It comes back to that feeling in my ribs that is tightening and constricting when I'm out of my power, right? When I am having these beliefs that nobody wants to pay me, or that nobody is going to value me, or whatever it might be. Then my body contracts, and then it recreates that story, that pattern, that sensation. And again, the body is always signaling to us what we need to work through. It's always showing us those little sensations of, okay, no, here, this is a place that you need to pay attention to. So what is that pattern? What is that sensation in your body that you need to pay attention to that's been nagging at you? What is the one limiting belief, or the thing that is just like keeping you stuck? I know I've been talking about this a lot, but if we can identify that thing, then we identify where it lives in the body, and then we loop it back into what's reflecting in your outside world, the most biggest challenge that you're working with right now. And then we can go and just release it, right? We work with the nervous system, we work with the body, we work with the fascia, we work with the energy around the body, using Reiki. We have all these tools that we can actually use to recreate our life. And these are the types of things that we do in the sessions, the one-on-one sessions with people, even sometimes in the group coaching sessions, but really in these deep, intimate, personal sessions, we can understand what is presenting itself in your life and create this full understanding, this full picture. Like I always say, it doesn't happen on one level, like the physical. It's not just the emotional. It's not just the energetic or the spiritual. It's all of it. And every single day and every moment, you have these signals, these manifestations in your 3D world that are cueing to you something that you need to listen to. It's a sign. It's all the little things that are coming at you at once. It's just whether or not you have the ability to pay attention to it or not. And again, another lesson that I've been learning is, how can I listen deeply? How can I pay attention to just exactly what is revealing itself in my life? And when you allow yourself to look at things from a different perspective, when you understand what you're avoiding, what's keeping you stuck, when you're able to work through those body restrictions, then that's when you create those quantum leaps. And so all this has really gotten me to understand that I want to work a little bit more personal with people. I want to work a little bit deeper with people. I want to actually show you where your blocks are and allow you to release them, right? And so we can do this on these personalized journeys, these one-on-one sessions. We can do these in these packages, the coaching that I offer. And so yesterday I went ahead and created an online system for you to book sessions directly with me. And again, we need to open ourselves up to the way in which we can receive. And so this is a way that if you want to work with me, if you actually want to start taking charge of your life, if you just need a little bit of help and you're almost there, but you need that guide, that assistance, the intuition to come through, then I can show you how to do all those things. I'm not here to heal you or fix you or to as like a way to bypass anything. Like, I've tried to do all those things with other people. It doesn't work. You try to look for all these ways in which you can outsource your own decision-making process or your own intuition or your own understanding around what's happening, but it's only going to land if you come to it yourself. And so when you can do that in a capacity that's not just surface level, when you allow yourself to go a little bit deeper into the tissue of it, right? Another fascia pun, if you will, then that's when real shifts happen. That's when the magic happens. That's when life starts to reorganize itself around what it is that you have freed up in your life, in your body, in your mind. That's when the mind starts to quiet down, the noise around you starts to quiet down, you have more sovereignty, you have more clarity. And yeah, it might not happen today, it might not happen tomorrow, it very much could, but life is going to start changing in a way that is much more aligned with who you are and where you want to be. So I'll just leave it at that. If this is work that you've been interested in, if you want to explore it, if you're like, I still don't even know what you do, then reach out, send me a message. I'll include my booking link in the show notes for you to check out a one-on-one session. I'm also including free 30-minute consultation sessions. So if you just want to explore it and see if this work is right for you, then that's an option as well. And we can just get to have a 30-minute conversation about your life, what's going on, and all that. It doesn't have to be anything crazy or extravagant. I'm not here to sell you on anything. I'm purely just here being of service. And so if that sounds interesting to you, then you can click on the link in the show notes. And of course, I have the online community as well with a group of souls who are also practicing and releasing and working through it together. So I would love to see you in there. And then if you want to come practice, you want to come embody, I'm teaching a class on this coming Sunday. It'll be at 10 a.m. I believe it's Sunday the 24th. I'll have to check on that. But yeah, it's going to be a really amazing class, 75 minutes, a little visualization, a little meditation, and a whole lot of fascial maneuvers for you to actually feel the shifts, for you to release what's been keeping you stuck, and for you to just come back into your body a little bit. It's going to be great, and I hope to see you there. I'll also leave the link for that in the show notes. And if you have any questions at all, if I can help you in any way, just even understand a little bit more about what your situation is providing for you, then send me a message and let's work together. Awesome. Have a beautiful day, and thank you for letting me share my heart, my vulnerability, work through this together, right? This is what we're here to do. We're here to be in support and community. And yeah, I'm just so grateful for the opportunity to share. Thank you so much. I will see you soon and have a beautiful day.